Hello there, everybody. It is me, No Name Moments of Sport. Today, joined by
Lordsservent.
with more Real Waves 3 as France in March of 1937, um, where Germany is looking a little bit bad. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, the primary goal for today is get the old capital ships refit. Um, Victor Hugo's
At
already
least the
got.
ones that aren't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Get the slow ones rebuilt. Well, the ones which have slowed down a couple knots and really need more work done, like Strasbourg. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, well, refit the ones that have enough speed to be worth refitting.
Yes, basically. Um, might go reliable engines now. So I'm gonna start moving the 5-inch guns onto the deck. I might want to see if I can get another knot out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I'm sure you're well aware of the 3 knot limit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, float plane wise, delete that catapult. And then she's probably gonna get a hanger and then Eh, clear the torp mounts. I need 2 more. Where
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll just do 2 float planes on her and won't do the hanger. Which actually gives her a good amount of additional weight remaining.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do I put this into more ammo? Or, I mean, I could do spacious accommodation and then just not have to refit that on later on.
Yeah, the problem with refitting ammo is it takes like a year.
Well, this rebuild is already taking a year because it's a machinery refit.
Oh, right.
Mm,
Hmm. Though, yeah, it's a bit of it's definitely a tricky question.
mm,
The amount isn't too bad, but more is better.
yeah. I'd love to get additional deck armor on her instead, but a little too expensive.
The budget, the enemy of anything and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, she has no immunity zone against her own guns anymore. Oh no.
Oh, fun.
Um,
This is best stuck on trade protection and never taken off. No
alright.
offense to this old girl.
I mean, she'll probably be stuck at the rear end of the battlecruiser line.
Hmm.
Um, or something where I put her like as a carrier escort. That's the other possibility. Something with big enough guns to kind of dissuade anything from going after the carriers, but not much else.
Yep. Well, she would dissuade anything short of another battle cruiser or an outright battleship. Though the return fire from a 10-inch armed heavy cruiser could potentially sink her.
Yeah. But, her fire would potentially sink a 10-inch armed heavy cruiser too. So,
Yeah.
um,
Cannon versus cannon.
yeah.
And from what I understand, it's very hard to armor your heavy cruisers against 10-inch guns.
I'm gonna trunk her funnels together here because I mean it's a machinery rebuild, so
Might as
her
well.
yeah, her superstructure is gonna change a lot. Um, okay, so we have that there. That would be the conning tower.
Mhm.
Moving that forward mast.
So, how many officers has your military churned through?
Uh, not that many. I mean, certainly a good amount, but like, no way I can check that right now whilst rebuilding this vessel. Um,
Okay, I'm just asking to learn and fill the time.
yeah. Uh, Let me get rid of the boats here. Those are probably all gonna get replaced. I think the cranes will get moved too. I mean, like, I'm basically ripping out like the deck of this ship to rebuild her.
Yeah, rip off the top, and redo the insides.
Yep. Um, okay, so gun-wise, where is the... Okay, there's the most forward set of a pair of secondaries. I'm wondering where should those get put?
Mm,
I really don't like those late dreadnought 5-inch guns. If they didn't have the giant circle, they'd be better.
yeah. Uh, I find I just don't. I like designing ships, but I struggle with caring enough to deal with the graphical side of things.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think about how these guns would probably be positioned on this design.
I mean, putting them there seems like interesting, but it also puts them right in the path of the 12-inch wing turrets.
Mm, I mean,
And these,
they'd be above it. I imagine that they're kind of super firing over the 12-inch wing turrets. Probably do
Mhm,
a pair here-ish.
yeah,
Then,
gotta consider like arcs.
yeah. What if I do... I mean, this would kind of get rid of, where the boat deck was. But,
Hmm.
I'll probably, reset the other two guns too. I mean,
Mm.
I could
So
do
yeah,
like this, and then
could you hit the check mark?
she's
See if
valid.
the Oh, I know, but like
Oh, that the topside limit's
blast
exceeded.
effects.
Yeah, so it does have blast effects, but eh. Okay, wanted to check was where is some of this stuff. So that's there. I'm gonna remove that rectangle. Um, Position. Okay, I think the aft mast is just okay already. I'm content with that aft superstructure.
It looks very nice.
Q. Um, that one, that's that one. Okay, I might want to reset the position of this guy a little bit more forward.
Yep. Maybe shift the funnel a little back.
Maybe
Doesn't look.
that was forward, not backward. From a distance, they'll kind of look okay.
Hmm.
Just zoomed in where they have a little bit of difficulty. Um,
Hmm.
okay, so I'm trying to think what I need.
Hmm.
Let me do crane 2. Actually, I think, actually, you know what? Let me move that rectangle down again. Okay, on that crane. Crane 2, set rest angle.
Alright, this is for the float plane.
Oh, actually, I need to put the float planes in still. Oh God, where the hell do I fit those in? Um,
Yeah,
uh,
good question.
maybe about here-ish? So, yeah, these become the float planes, and then I don't even know where to put the boats. Might not even have boats at this point in time. Or, have something smaller. Yeah, maybe I'll put like a couple
Maybe,
motor launches like down here.
yeah, maybe they have a bunch of collapsibles inside the ship because,
Yeah, probably. I mean, you'd have a lot of Carly floats as your primary flotation method at this point in time, I would
yeah.
think. So you wouldn't really need them as much. Look up,
Man, I imagine getting lifeboats on old warships in the 1905 plus was a bit of a task because you got big guns and their blast effects, and then have to find places to store them where they won't potentially set things on fire if they're hit.
Yep. Right, yeah, float plane to medium. I'm only gonna probably. Oh God, don't have the room. Don't have the
Oh.
room for this. Okay then, I need to readjust these secondary guns again. Maybe what I do. Hold on. Set the position of these guys there.
Hmm.
Move that there for now. These guys a little bit further over there. No, wrong way. Guess something like that could work.
Hmm. It is a bit crowded, but not worse than anything the U.S. has done.
Yeah. A little crowded on the aft superstructure, but that should work. And then it gives me a little bit more room up here. Actually, probably
Uh,
enough room to get in a nice little, few boats.
hmm. Yeah.
Two center port or like a 30-foot boat. So I will put that there, and then here's what I need to do. Here, remove. Here, remove. Here, here, move. Then remove. And then I can just get a boat on the other side.
Hmm.
A 35-foot divisions will probably work fine. Eh, 30-foot width divisions.
And that's our Carly floats.
Those are just regular boats. Ship's
Okay.
boats. Rather than any Carly floats here. Okay, I think that works. I need to give her a new forward mast.
Yeah, the time of the tripod is long over.
No, no, no. The time of the tripod has started. She would have originally had a pole mast.
All right.
Tripods at this point in time are fine, although you probably also would get something a little bit more integrated too. Um, but I think I'd
The
go with a
prop.
tripod here.
Hmm. Yeah, like this is the point where the superstructures start becoming considerable on the
Yeah,
newer ships.
like boxes and stuff. But I will. I think Strasbourg should probably get a tripod. I'm thinking.
Oh, it would
Uh,
fit her.
let me
When was
get.
she laid down? 1905?
Yeah, should be laid down 1905. She
Hmm.
was not originally built with one, but we'll get one now. Let me get. I'm thinking a square right there. I actually want a rangefinder. Like a 20-foot rangefinder. Is that too? That's about right.
Yeah, that actually fits pretty perfectly on the superstructure.
I'd put one back there, but I do have to move a thing over it. So is that this guy? Yes. Clear that. Then remove the old one.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely much nicer than Arizona's superstructure.
Then I need to get the mast tripod. I think I will go triangle platform. Oh, that worked. That fits her.
Fits her like a glove.
Yep. I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Should I put a circle? on it or a box on it? I think I'll do a circle. Like maybe
Yeah,
a
I
12
agree.
foot here.
A circle also fits a bit better with a tripod base
Yeah.
than a square.
And then let me get a little mast. Where is it? Mast pole with simple cross tree on top. All right, I think that's a good rebuilt Strasbourg. Um, and she doesn't have the float plane hanger, so that works. She has the two catapults. She's not gonna get reclassified. She's gonna remain as a battle cruiser. And yeah, it would be funny if in the future she gets like radar and such.
Uh, I mean that would be, but at the same time, I don't know how much. Like she'll probably serve for a while yet,
Yeah.
but by the time it's the 50s,
Well, I mean, the thing is, by the time it's the 50s, armor doesn't matter, tonnage matters, and how many missiles you can get on a ship matters.
yeah.
That's what matters, and speed matters. So having these like 27, 28, 29 knot vessels, I mean, I could hypothetically upgrade her to 30 knots if needed. Um,
Oh, yeah, she has pretty good speed.
yeah, she was built 27, so
Hmm.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing stopping me from like refitting her with missiles.
Hmm.
Um, all right, so I'm gonna have another destroyer enter service here. Yeah, let's just go
Yeah.
next turn. Ignore, 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 ignore.
One thing I find myself doing is building DDs in batches of 6.
Yeah, that's fair. I can kind of understand why. I'm starting to build these like destroyer leaders and then destroyer followers and put the leaders in charge of the divisions and the followers behind them. That's why you're
Hmm.
kind of seeing like two sizes of destroyer there.
Right.
Oh,
The
radar.
big boys, which are very dangerous,
Yep.
and the smaller ones, who are pretty good, but don't have the tonnage to take hits.
So remember what I was
Like,
saying about radar?
mm-hmm.
We got radar.
Woohoo! Oh,
Um,
yeah. I've been keeping up a bit, but I should hunker down and watch it through.
yep. Research in radar and electronics is good. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, early game it like fire control ship design and armor, and then you swap it around a bit, but
yep.
those
And
three are the critical bedrocks for a functional navy with good ships.
all right. Reserve that extra catapult. Don't mothball them because apparently mothballing reduces speed a lot more quickly. Um,
Well,
one
you're
thing,
letting them sit in storage.
yeah. So, okay. For whatever reason, it gave me extra tertiary mounts. Okay, I think right now the correct decision is to lay down another battleship. So I was gonna name these like Alsace and something else. So it's time we relay her down again as a modified version of the what I was planning with the Clemento class. So
Mhm.
um that was not what I was trying to do. Maybe like 25-inch guns would be good. Um yeah, so she doesn't have a hanger. That's fine. How's
Richelieu Plus, right?
right. I probably do want to go with the 17s again.
Yeah, although that's a new design at that point, but
It is. I'd love to get it to the point where it's like design or developed from the Richelieu John Bar design. So if I keep going up, does it ever should let
I
me
think you can't. If you swap the guns, it's a new design.
hold on, hold on. Well, I don't have. Okay, I shouldn't open the design for rebuild. So let's open the design of this again. And
Mhm,
yeah, okay. So let's say I get rid of these. Get rid of that.
mhm.
Yeah, okay. So it was the belt that was doing it. I
Yeah,
think
you can
the
only go up an inch of belt
yeah, okay.
in a
So if
single.
I do, let's say, let what I'm curious about is if I do. My question is, will it do the develop from Jean Bart thing or no? Or not Jean Bart, Richelieu? No, it will not. Okay, so 28 knot ship. Will it if I do this? No. I was really curious if that was gonna work or not.
Mhm.
Twin dual purpose. Get rid of the 4-inch.
So yeah, have you seen results from the 17s yet, or
Uh,
have they not
y-
gone?
yeah, Toulouse. Yeah, Toulouse did pretty well with her 17s. I think France has done well with her 17s. France is really gonna need another speed rebuild because I can get her up to 26 knots, which I think is enough to keep her in service a little longer. Um,
Yeah.
she
Mhm,
might, that would be looking at serving partway into the, or serving partway into the 50s probably.
mhm.
Um, just a name, pick. I want all sauce.
Yep. Ah, I love the game,
Animate.
but I have trouble holding on to a campaign.
That's fair. I'd
Mhm.
love to get
Partially,
more.
it's because I want to do things quote unquote right. Ah, I am my own worst enemy.
Yeah. Okay, I think. Yeah, I kind of think this will work. The other thought is I go for like normal accommodations, but it doesn't like cost much to add spacious, so um, and I mean I'm content with how she looks outside of needing to move the these turrets around.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
okay, let's see.
Well, at least there's plenty of room on the back for them.
Yep, one there.
Yeah. So torpedoes are aboard.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they're not actually that big of a hazard.
Yep. Oh, one of the mounts is have
Is on.
is erroring a lot. Hold on. Secondary mount graphics mismatch. Okay. Um, that one. Yeah, so it seems to be this eye turret here. I will try to manually set it
Mm,
instead. There we go.
you did it.
Yeah, that looks good enough. That might be slightly
Oh,
off, but oh well.
you need to move this turret over a bit.
Which one? Oh right.
Starboard. The starboard turret next to the one on the front.
Yeah, I see one, two. Okay, so you need to move over there, and then you probably need about
There
that.
we go.
Okay, cool. All right, there is secondary mount graphics mismatch. They shouldn't. So the idea is that Alsace gets laid down when Normandy completes.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, you only need.
oh, Duquesne's old now. Interesting. Probably needs some basic refit. Let's get her in then. We have better 9-inch guns? No, we don't.
Well, Q0 is still pretty good.
Yeah. And Duquesne was thankfully built with a lot of spare weight.
A lot of reserve buoyancy.
And you get some more SecBat ammo in, because those are going to be anti-aircraft guns. Maybe 200 rounds.
Hmm.
Just so that I have a little bit more room to fit her with radars and such.
Yeah. Bolting seems kind of a trap. Well, depending on what you're going for.
Yeah.
It's nice to have more torpedo protection, but that drop in speed is brutal.
Well, I mean, I don't do that, so I don't bulge. Because I actually do think being able to move at high speed is very important, and even then, it really doesn't. It feels like a lot of the time, even a ship with lower torpedo protection, like a single torpedo, usually won't be fatal.
No.
Um,
And if your ship's taking 6 torpedoes, you're doing something wrong or got in
yeah.
a bad, bad, bad situation.
Okay, this cruiser needs a new captain. I'm looking at older ones. I could take Castex here. Thionville, José de Goitois.
Damage control expert. Saving your ships from deadly mistakes.
Yeah. At some point, I really do need to refit the Trout class cruisers too, but not yet. Um,
Hmm.
I think once Strasbourg is maybe 4 months away. Um, actually, no, no, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Um, I think I need more trade protection destroyers against submarine threats.
Yeah,
So,
900 tons or
yep,
bigger.
900 ton. Let
Yeah.
me just remove all visual details from the ship, clear the superstructure.
It's amazing how ships just balloon over time.
Yeah. Um, might go a little slower. Reliability. Um, now I'm trying to think what would they have named these ASW, or what would France have named these ASW corvettes? Um,
I don't know. I don't really know French, unfortunately.
Probably don't want minesweeping gear on her. I can get mines on her too.
Mhm.
Might as well do spacious if this is what the ship's looking like. I feel like I don't want to waste the Le Fantastique names on this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can actually pick a name from the list.
Yep, long list too.
Mhm. Tempete?
Which one?
Maybe Tempete? Up the scroll up. Stop. Scroll down a bit. Uh,
This?
okay.
Oh,
No.
I'm being
Tempete.
blind. I'm being
It's
blind.
it's between Magnon and Mali Preze.
Is it middle of the list? I'm not.
Okay, down one, up one. It's between Magnon and Mali Breze. Oh, you scrolled past it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I didn't know if you were looking at the top or bottom of the list, so I'm like, oh, where is it? I'm not immediately seeing it here. Um,
I'm zooming in a lot to get a close look at things.
okay, let me get the B turret position properly. Y turret position properly. The ship is dangerously top heavy.
If you could get rid of one of the turrets, or
I have an
or the
anti-aircraft
top.
director, but she's literally not gonna have any light or heavy anti-aircraft guns. Um, but I mean, these are designed to be like cheap. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't do the dual purpose main guns. No anti-aircraft director then. Because I mean, these are designed to be cheap sub-hunting ships. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'm defenseless against aircraft, but
yeah,
just something that'll convince them to buzz off.
yeah. I mean, more realistically, this is a ship on or this is a class of destroyer that'll be on trade protection, and I want more destroyers available for that to compensate for losses. But I don't think I'm ready to yet retire like the 1,000, 1,100 tonners from the fleet service role yet. So I think this
Yeah.
is the call. This is the call right now.
hmm Yep, and yeah. Sometimes batch production works if you have a big surplus in your budget and you don't have much going on in your docks. But if you don't need the ships right now, it's often better to roll them out in smaller groups.
There's just catapult visual scaled up. Um, what about okay? Where is the depth charge? Back. I'll mirror that.
It'll be nice when you can get K guns. Those are actually better at killing subs.
Yep. I mean, she has spare weight remaining, so we'll take them. Um, uh, yeah, screw it. I'll do this. So I do like this. That doesn't look bad.
Oh, that's actually a pretty nice looking superstructure.
Uh, I mean, these ships aren't going to be in combat anywhere near as much as like other vessels, so I don't care quite as I shouldn't be caring quite as much about them.
But if you want to put the effort into it, put the
Yeah,
effort into it.
yeah, a little bit of effort into it. Guess it drags out the series for longer.
Yeah. Well, missiles are going to be one hell of a shock when they arrive.
Yep.
Like, airborne torpedo doesn't sound like that big of a difference, but oh man.
And that's actually a trick I used for mast making in Rule of Waves 2 as well. Let me get a little circle on top of that. 4 foot.
It's amazing just how even small ships are quite big in many cases. Oh, that cruiser's only 3,000 tons. That's still 3,000 tons. Even this thing, which is meant to be mass producible, is 900 tons of metal.
Where is it? I have my own little custom pole here. There we go. That will work on the aft mast. And I'll add an anchor chain to it.
Mm-hmm.
That does work. Barely, but it does, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not the prettiest ship. A little quickly built. But these are mass-produced ASW ships, so you know,
Mm-hmm.
expect. Maybe I'll send a couple of the older ASW ships in for another rebuild.
Yeah.
Um, which I think these not great that they're overweight, but oh well. Don't really see much
Yeah,
else I
that
can
happens
change.
with ships as what I find is like when the torpedoes get bigger, that's when most of your really small ships get overweight.
Yeah, I'll just send them in for a quick rebuild there. Since they got the O tag and I want to get rid of it.
Yep. Obsolescence is a hell of a thing.
Yeah. And I know when I produce the new set of destroyers, I'm gonna have to manually pick the names, aren't I? Oh,
Yes.
that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw in like one class of destroyer right now, and those two guys into the rebuild pile.
Yep. It's amazing how quick the months and years fly by.
Yep.
And yeah, I saw Sully in the list.
Oh, guy got.
Good old Sully.
Um.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Someone got placed in charge of something, and I didn't realize it. Oh well. I'll. I mean, I'll mess with the commanders like before a war in terms of the divisions. Um. Let's get the new, or let's get some of the new destroyers building. Um. Actually, Kenna should be back out soon with her rebuild. Maybe I should start rebuilding her sisters shortly after her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, an improved model of the new fighter. Awesome. It's better.
Yes, please.
Oh, two above average captain to frigates.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. Start with one. Pick a name. Oh, hold on. Pick. Ah, something more down
Pepe
the
and
list.
Lorraine.
That name just got picked there, so I'll just do that and pick.
Focus.
This is a long list, so it's taking a while to load.
Mm. Yeah, none of the cool names, because these
Hmm.
are very important ships, but they're not
Yeah.
cool ships.
Right now, I'll just lay down like four of them. Um, Fill out another coastal destroyer division. Let me
Those ships are cool and they get a lot of focus, but they aren't the ones doing most of the work in the fleet. No,
I think.
it's your cruisers and destroyers of various types.
Oh, I think Normandy got delayed by a month.
Ugh,
Um,
annoying.
yeah, that's what that's what appears to have happened.
Well, a month of overlap in the build isn't too bad.
Yeah, I mean I have a good amount of funds in the bank right now. Duquesne is back in service. Two destroyers finish their reconstruction.
Yeah.
I will take the budget. Um, New torpedo bomber prototypes. Uh, None of them have the range. Ooh, maneuverability does determine hit chance.
That is damn good maneuverability.
Yeah. New fighter as a private venture. It's faster. Um, That's kind of within the current set of fighters I have, so I will take that.
Yes, please.
Yes. So I'm thinking range for the naval patrol aircraft and speed. Actually, no, speed and range.
Yeah. They're both important, but
Yep. The reason I'm saying speed and range is that we're at the point where the ships are long enough ranged that oh god, some of the other destroyers are getting old. We're at the point where those ships or those planes have enough range that what's mattering more for spotting is getting there first.
yep.
Um, so I'm switching to speed at this point. I wanted to put
Yeah.
McKenna in the reserve fleet here. Um,
And like reliability is something nice, but focusing on it too much can be a detriment.
okay, so the carrier Desai now has the O tag, but she is on the scrapping block for when the new CVLs commission. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Right. Was
Actually, I wouldn't be.
Desai purpose built?
No, Desai was the 1892 cruiser,
Oh yeah.
just
Thank you for your
converted.
service, Desai, but it's time for you to go to the final resting place of ships.
Yeah. Well, when the new ones commission, so I'm not gonna do a rebuild on her unless I have to do one like during wartime. Um, actually, this would be the time where I would send another battle cruiser in to have their machinery rebuilt,
Hmm.
which I think will be the battle cruiser Dunkirk.
Yeah. It's amazing
Although,
how the game shifts from lots of small guns to a fair number of big ones to planes and torpedoes and then missiles.
yeah, although let me at least get Nantes up to the same standard as Dunkirk, and maybe I should send the or Charlemagne and Mirabeau in for the same refit to a Diderot standard real quickly.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I think it will be time now for Dunkirk to get a rebuild. Just basically get third battlecruiser division all set up. But the thing with Dunkirk is that whatever rebuild I do is gonna have to be interesting because those are cross deck fire ships.
Oh yeah.
So I can't just be jamming a bunch of 5-inch shells on them or five
Yeah,
inch
because
guns
otherwise they'll be
everywhere above the
caught
waterline.
in the blast.
Yes. So the weird consideration is what if I stick like a couple 6-inch secondary guns and then put the 5 inch as tertiary guns? Because that would
Hmm.
be legal. But then I don't get the director firing with the 5-inchers. So maybe I do stick to 4-inch tertiaries.
Trade-offs upon trade-offs upon trade-offs.
Yes. And the additional deck armor would take off everything these ships have. Can't refit the guns. Here's.
Hmm. Well, one thing I'm grateful they didn't try to simulate is barrel wear,
Um,
because having your ships need to go to the yard to get new barrels would be annoying as hell.
you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave the secondaries as the 5-inch casemates, and she's just gonna get 4-inch tertiaries, or like 24-inch tertiaries as her dual-purpose armament.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah, I find like pre-dreadnought and dreadnought are the best aesthetic turrets.
get above water torpedo tubes. I want the second catapult. Um, we can go to spacious accommodation to use up some of that remaining weight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ella, do not get this one in torpedo fire. Her bulkheads do not hold up.
Yep. no chance of getting the additional deck armor, even with this rebuild. But this is actually cheaper than Strasbourg's rebuild. I'm now realizing. Um, Probably because the
What
guns aren't being refit.
what do you want to do with the upper belt?
I think just leave it.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. Has the UB served you all throughout the campaign?
the what?
Upper belt.
Uh, Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there could be some thought as to decreasing it, but
Yeah,
more
I'm just
deck.
throwing
But
ideas.
how much weight is in that upper belt? Let's say I go 2 inches and additional deck. Yeah, no, and that just increases the refit cost too. So
Right, removing it would probably give enough, but then you don't have the upper belt anymore.
yeah. Okay, so graphics wise, I need to remove the stern float plane. Um, I think the float planes are gonna go amidships now.
Like, it makes sense. Somewhat.
Alright, so I need to get rid of these boats.
Yeah, they would just be splinters in a real fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the float planes are going now, so I should probably get rid of them because I need to put the float planes there. And then
Right.
eventually I'll probably have to add some boats back in, probably not the full complement.
hmm
Part of me is like maybe I could get another 5-inch
Are you
secondary gun
rebuilding the
in.
machinery?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Or like maybe get another 5-inch casemate back then. I'm trying to remember if these how many 5-inch guns were these built with at the start. 'Cause it would be funny to be like, oh yeah, let's just return an old casemate to existing. But I feel like that's not the correct decision. Catapult rotating.
Mhm.
Um, Pressing hold 180. Mirror. Float plane
It's hard
to.
to find that balance between enough ships to fight and good enough ships to be worth fighting with.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Graphics wise, I do think that funnel wise, she'd receive trunked funnels at this point. Actually, let me go down to the funnels here. The stacks. That's too small. Yeah, teardrop shape.
Funky funnel.
Actually, that might work. Copy that. Paste that in. Although I probably want like a forward portion of each of those.
hmm
So, yes, that's the non-dark portion, but I'm looking for something which makes it a little bit slanted.
hmm
Um, Back exterior, back oval exterior maybe? Oh, back oval interior medium? Oh, come on. Back oval exterior arrow larger? Oh, let's
The
do a
new
circle.
superstructure editor, a blessing and a curse.
Oh, circle. No, circle 14, I think. So put that about there. Copy it. Put another one about here. Mirror, mirror, remove, remove. The position just a little bit further up. Okay, I do want to still get a couple boats in somewhere. Um,
Maybe close to the superstructure.
maybe. Let's get.
Front.
I still think by the cranes is the right call. So like maybe here, kind of where they were before, but not having as many of them.
Yeah.
They might only have like 2 now.
L2 on deck.
Yeah. I'll get 25-foot with divisions. 2. Uh, back there. So I'll have like hold on, let me angle this other way. Yeah, we'll do like 3 boats on deck. Okay, then now I need to add the tertiary mount graphics.
That's gonna take a while.
Actually, I need to quickly the position. I need to redo the forward mast, I think. Or the both masts actually.
Tripods.
Yes. Where is the back mast? This guy? That position? Yeah. Okay. The mast tripod to the triangle platform. I will add another tripod mast aft, but it's going to be a little different.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mast tripod maybe for CL0? Think that too small. I think that's okay. For an
Yeah.
aft mast, that's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
At least it's not a pagoda.
yeah. Let me get rangefinders on her. Like a 20-foot rangefinder probably. Oh, actually, that she's looking very hood up front now.
Let's hope she doesn't spontaneously explode.
I mean, she's French, so there's in this game at least there's less of a chance of that. In real life, I don't think that translates. Oh, max 25
Yeah.
pieces of equipment on a ship. We've hit that now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, my
anything else?
understanding of what happened, what caused Jutland to be, Jutland was cordite handling, like really, really crappy cordite handling by the British in that squadron.
Yeah, let me remove that. Actually, let me get rid of this 25. Part of me is like, do I get rid of the 25-foot boat? Do I not? Um, yes, I'm trying to figure out what is unnecessary here. Actually, that's not contributing much, but it is contributing something. That's contributing something. That's contributing something. Um, I could see removing these 2 rectangles if I need to. I could see removing a float plane too. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, let's see. So I removed one detail. I want to remove. Yeah, okay. I will remove these 2 rectangles. I don't think that they're as needed. And I want to get a circle, a
Oh
10
yeah,
foot
I know
circle.
you've probably discovered this with other people, but do you have a sub fleet?
Only a little bit of one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't go very sub-heavy in the Rule of Waves games, but
Oh, they're not fun.
yeah,
They're effective if you build a whole bunch of them, but they're not fun.
exactly. Okay, there we go. I think that is the rebuild for Dunkirk done. So let me just make
Good
sure.
show,
Yeah,
good
top.
show.
Yep.
And I'm trying to be a good guest.
Yeah. I mean, we're at about an hour, so I think I would say we send her in and call it good, but I think I want to get all sauce laid down.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I will also probably just throw um. I would say I'd throw Charlemagne and Mirabeau in. I'll probably just throw them in for a very quick rebuild because it'll be like 4 months. And I have enough of I have enough funds in the chest to be able to sustain that for a little bit.
Yep. You have
And
46 million francs. No, 40 million francs.
yeah, and then these rebuilds were done cheaply, so it'll be
Hmm.
nice getting those old battle cruisers back up to 28 knots, and hopefully when war comes, it'll be a case where it's like, oh yeah, no, all my cruisers and battle cruisers are just going fast again. Have fun. My most of, if not my entire navy's been modernized. Have fun, whoever has to deal with that.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, as fun as tempting as it is to have a fleet of new shiny ships, you need
yeah.
all our dependables to fill out the ranks.
Yep. Keep the old gals going.
Although, like, that only works once you've broken past, like, 1914-ish.
Yeah. Um.
Before then, your ships are going to be undergunned or not have enough weight to work with. And then, of course, you have oddballs like Sully
Yep. Sully and Ob.
and the Alkene meta. Yeah, was that like
That would
before
be.
Alken built his
Uh,
meta cruiser? Or
yeah. Okay. Do I strengthen the air defenses? But that is a tension increase. It is a budget increase too. Or I don't think I want to go to war yet, so I will just do the middle option.
hmm.
Okay, I got promoted and placed in command of a division. Um. Well, now Alsace is building, and I will get Normandy commissioned here.
Woohoo!
And actually, Victor Hugo is going to be out in 3 months too, so that'll help. Although Victor Hugo would normally be replaced with another ship, but that might be the case where I wait a month or two, just because of the
Mhm.
funding situation.
Oh yeah, did you drive Germany to collapse or did they just have a coup
They
on
just had
their
a
own?
coup. The
Okay.
tensions with them are increasing, unfortunately.
Oh, fun! Yeah. Well,
Hopefully,
fascists always look for a fight.
yep. Hopefully, I can keep them at bay for long enough, and having these ships now in service, as well as the older Corp A, is
Yeah, I'd
really,
recommend getting everybody mobilized soon.
yeah.
I
Um,
know you know more than I do, but
okay, they have some actual, like,
hi, Bismarck.
decent battleships. Do they have
Too
carriers? How
bad
many
Tirpitz
carriers?
isn't here.
Two. They're operating two fleet carriers, but I'm operating five, and of those, I'm pretty certain that all of them carry more planes. Although one
Yeah.
is slower. They do have more CVLs though, including a converted battlecruiser. Um,
Mhm.
and then hopefully the funding situation will get better as these ships come
War
out and can
nears?
be moved.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me on this one, for joining me on this episode.
Welcome,
We've,
Spore.
yeah, hit an hour, so yeah, and thank you everyone for watching this episode too. Uh, I will see you all next time. Links to my Discord and Twitch are down below if you're interested in those things, as well as a Community Ruler Waves Discord server.
Bye, everyone.
Yep,
Hope I
and
kept you entertained.
yeah, thank you Naval Warfare Simulations, Matrix, and Slytherin Games for the free copy. I will see you all later. Bye!
Peace.